Hey everyone, today I have 3 Dollar Tree Christmas tree DIYs using a very unique item. And by the way, if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm Tanya, and I hope you all like, share, and subscribe. We're going to start out with the fabric woodland pine tree. Now what I'm going to be using for these are these baseball bats. And these are just the little toy bats, and everyone, these made the wonderful foundation to create these trees. Now I'm going to take one of those wood rounds and just paint that black because I want that to be the base for the bat to sit on. And everyone, if you have a Dollar Tree Plus, you have got to see if you can find these rolls of fabric. They are perfect to create a design like this. And I was so excited when I found these in the plaid, in these green and black and white. It just made such a perfect color pattern to do this tree with. So I really hope that you enjoy this one. Now you can see how I'm folding these. I'm just going to take these, cut them probably about 3.5 inches, and I'm going to show you real quick again. I'll be showing you throughout this video so you'll get to see this. And you can hot glue the one side, fold it over, and then you're just going to take and glue the folded side in with the other raw edge side, and it makes kind of like a long triangle, and that's going to be the concept of what I'm going to be doing on this design. And I just trim off any little extra pieces that I don't want, and you can make this tree, everyone, any way that you would like using this design. This is just the style that I decided to use, is mix it up with all these plaids, and this could not have been cuter. Now let's go ahead and watch how I'm doing this. I'm just hot gluing these around the base first, and you just want to space those out where it's kind of looking like a star, and then I just put another layer over top, and we're gonna just keep building these layers up on this bat to make it shape the pine tree. Now you will get a little bit of glue on you. You're really having to hot glue these on, but it is so worth it, everyone, because this turns out absolutely beautiful. Now I cut these a little bit shorter, and you want to do that kind of as you're moving up the bat. And the same concept, you can see how I'm gluing these together, just folding that over, and it's a really simple technique. And I just think that this is a design that you're going to really enjoy creating. It was very simple and fun, and put on a good movie and just start gluing these little pieces and have fun creating this tree. And everyone, I found these little bat and ball in the toy section there at Dollar Tree, but I'm sure you could pick these up at any store. And you can see I'm just gluing those on. Now we're going to go ahead and add that base because it finally dried. And that gives it just a little bit of something to raise the bottom up. And look how pretty. You can see how this is turning out already. And now once you start working your way up, all of the little pieces are going to start laying more flat. And you'll just keep building this up, putting all the different layers on, mix and match the colors that you want. And you could do this all in one color. That would be also very beautiful to do. And I just love these rolls of fabric that they have for $5 there at the Dollar Tree Plus section. I just think they're wonderful. And I think they do have these at Walmart also. But everyone, look at this, how beautiful. All I'm going to do to finish this off is take some of these little long triangles and shape it into a point, and I'll add some little fabric on top, and look, I've got it displayed here, and I think this one turned out beautiful, and I hope you do also. So you'll have to let me know what you think of this, and if you've ever thought about using those little toy bats to create Christmas trees, and I definitely hope this gives you inspiration to do so. Now let's go ahead and start with our vintage paper Christmas tree. This was just some old book pages I had, and I used my pinking shears because I wanted them to have a little bit of texture around the edges, and I'll show you right here how I cut all these out. I just kind of did that almost like a Christmas bulb shape, and then we're just going to fold those in half. It could not be simpler, everyone. And then we're going to glue these on from the side. We're just going to glue each little section down. You'll have to glue the inside and the outside, and then just start forming these all around. I kind of took mine and made the little pinking shear side going in one direction, but you can do this however you want. And then what you're going to love about this, because it's paper, you can kind of rake your hands through, and that's what really makes this take on the shape of the tree. This was another really fun design. So I really hope that you give these a try. I think you'll really enjoy how fun they were to create. And you could do these in so many different styles with so many different types of paper, and the fabric tree, so many different types of fabric. Now you can see I decided to make mine go the opposite direction on the little pinking shear cuts. Now I'm going to go ahead and get my top on because I want to just have that just so I can kind of get the shape going. And what you're doing here is you're going to create like a fan. I'm going to lay that down here in a moment and you'll be able to see, because what you want to do, you just want to build up a bunch of paper on the top, kind of shaping the shape of a fan, because that will give you something to cut a triangle at the top for the point of this tree. And you can see I just keep gluing that on there, and I will keep filling that in to get a really thick fan. And that way, when you trim it off here, when we're almost done, you'll be able to see how it kind of brings it all together. Now, I decided just to go ahead and take that paper and glue it all over the base of the bat, and that just made it a lot easier for me to put my little paper pieces on, and that way you wouldn't see the red bat coming through on this one. And you can see I'm just placing those on, and I'm just kind of pinching them upwards, and you will need to make these just a little bit smaller as you're going up, or you can just glue them a little shorter. But everyone, you can already tell just the way I'm taking my hand and lifting these. You can just drag those up and really start getting that shape of a tree. But this was a really fun design. Now here I am trimming that down, and that's why I did that fan at the top, because I wanted to be able to have enough paper there that I was able to cut this in the shape that I needed it to be for the point of the Christmas tree. Now, all I'm doing here is taking little shorter pieces, and I'm just going to keep filling in all those little spots that I need to keep getting that elongated shape for the tree. And you can add as much of these papers as you want. Just go ahead and do it to whatever looks good to your eye and whatever shape of tree that you want. And you can see here I am. This is all you have to do, everyone. You just drag your fingers through here once those papers are hot glued on, and it just really starts shaping this tree so pretty. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish up at the top with some really tiny little pieces, and that's how I'm going to get the look of the branches kind of poking out at the very top, and fill them in wherever you think that they need them to be. But everyone, that's pretty much it for this one. Here it is displayed on the shelf, and it could not be cuter. So you'll have to let me know what you think of this DIY in the comments below. And if you're still with me, pop one of those little Christmas trees in the comments below. Now we're going to finish off today with the ribbon Christmas tree. And everyone, I had to do this one kind of two-toned because I ran out of ribbon. We're first going to start off with the top, and I used a little rope twine just to hold this together so I could get that piece glued on the top, but you won't have to use the rope twine as you're working your way down the bat to create the tree. I'm just going to do this so we can get that point going. And what I really did on the top of this is I kind of just glued the short little loops all along the top. And because it is wired ribbon, and you will need to use the wired ribbon for this one, the wired ribbon will allow you to kind of crunch it in at the top when you're almost done with the tree, and that way you can kind of shape the point a little bit. This one won't have quite as much of a point, but you'll be able to press those layers of the ribbon down where you can kind of get the shape that you need for the ribbon to look like the top of a tree. Now, once I get enough of those on there, I'm just going to go up underneath, and you can see now I don't have to tie them with the rope, and you just pop those up because you want these to start leaning down the bat. And you'll just keep doing this all the way down to about midway. And I think I stop here and I actually start working on the bottom of the tree. here in a minute, and we'll just get that base formed. But you could actually just keep working your way down. This was a new creation for me, everyone, so I was kind of just doing it as I went along. But you can see I just glued that first one on, and then I just kept on gluing them all the way around, and then I just kept kind of crunching them in where that wired ribbon, you can move it around. Now here's where I ran out of the burlap ribbon with the gold trim, and they did not have any more when I called the store. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to fill this in with something that matches. And I thought it turned out cute. I probably would have wanted it to be all one color, but I definitely wanted to show you this design. So I just went with it and decided to just pop that little plaid in there. And then I thought I'll bring the plaid together by just adding the little plaid up to the top there. And I may go back and add a few little pokes of that plaid throughout the burlap with the gold trim. But everyone, you can see how I'm maneuvering this. That's what I wanted you to see. How you can kind of just squish everything and just get it to shape the way you want it. And I just put a plain base on the bottom of it. And here is this one displayed, everyone. And I think it turned out just beautiful. Well, everyone, if you enjoyed these Dollar Tree DIY Christmas trees today, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, I hope you consider doing so. And thank you so much if you are a subscriber. Everyone, have a blessed day, and I'll see you on the next one.